The philosophy behind Picaro is that learning English is fun and engaging. Learning English really is quite effortless for the children because they enjoy it. When it's English time, they're really excited.
They always ask me, teacher, when will we go to the computer room again? We like that game, I want to play, so they are always enthusiastic.
Picaro is a blended learning course. We use elements of technology and traditional classroom learning to create a course that provides the best environment for children to learn. By the end of their time on learning Picaro, children will have learned over 1,000 words. We teach English and children learn English in meaningful contexts. So learning is based on understanding. We have based our curriculum on the Cambridge Young Learners curriculum. The very first units are very oral and oral, so the children are learning simple vocabulary on themed topics such as animals, my family, my house, and they're being exposed to that through the online games, through pictures, and through classroom activities. In the order of natural language acquisition, children spend a lot of time listening and then a lot of time speaking before we expect them to learn print. So therefore we are following a natural order of language learning. In a way it replicates how children learn language in their mother tongue. So they learn by listening and then eventually they start to speak. And then the more formal skills such as reading and writing come along a little bit later. Each lesson contains 3 stages. The first is presentation, the second is a practice stage, and finally we have a consolidation stage.
I'm an English teacher in Hungary. I have been teaching English for 7 years now. I've been trying Picaro, piloting Picaro with the first graders and second graders, and we have 2 lessons a week with 30 students together. And in these 2 lessons I use the activity book. 50% of my work is based on Picaro. And once a week in the afternoon I go to the computer room with the children and play the Picaro games that correspond to their activity book. I'm monitoring them and I help if they don't understand what to do, because sometimes it happens at the beginning. Then they get accustomed to the game, how it works, and then it's not necessary. But there are some points where they ask, now what should I do? But basically at the computer room they play on their own and they go on in their own pace. So, and it's nice to see how one still plays with, for example, game 2 and the other is at game 5 now because he understands it or she understands it.
Research has shown that the interactive computer games really helps to get the children's interest and maintain it. They can repeat, and repetition is a cornerstone of learning a language.
There are some children who like playing silently. They don't respond, they don't speak. But there are some who keep saying what they can hear from the game. They have their headphones on. I hear that they're always repeating. They can learn a lot of it because there was one topic that I haven't covered in that order. It was especially the family words, and then I realized that they knew these words just only because they had to go through those games.
Pelmanism is simply a matching game to learn and practice vocabulary. So on the screen, the child sees and clicks on cards. They turn over, and if the two cards have the same picture, they match and they get to keep those cards. It's exactly the same as if they play the game with real cards. So it works in the same way, it's just a different environment and a different response, and it provides variety. Colour Me is a fun game that teaches listening skills and practices them. The children listen to a dialogue, and in the course of the dialogue they're given instructions to colour items on a screen. So they will have been introduced to the vocabulary items in an earlier game, and now they're putting into practice by hearing children talk about a picture and following instructions to colour it in. They also learn language items such as prepositions of place. So we might say, colour the potatoes pink, or colour the milk on the chair blue. And so they're learning where things are and where the positions are.
I think it's a great experience to see how these new things, these ICT techniques can come into the classroom and change language learning a little bit.